Habang gigil sila sa brut-brut pao, eto chill lang nakapisay. Habang gigil sila sa brut-brut pao, eto chill lang nakapisay. Nakapisay.
What up, loved ones? What it do? Spotty Young right here. You know where I'm from. Thanks for tuning in. And if you're into real shit only, watch this video. Yeah, man. We got the OG Sco Show all the way from the East Coast, Huntington, West Virginia and shit, man. He's here, spit game. This is not your ordinary white boy right here, man. This is, see for yourself, man. Hey, OG, to those who don't know, man. Where were you born? Where you from? What was your upbringing? And let the people know and shit, man, to our viewers.
What's up, man? Thanks for having me. I'm Scotia. I'm from Huntington, West Virginia. But I was born in El Paso, Texas, about 15, 20 minutes outside of Juarez, Mexico. My dad was an outlaw biker. My mom was just an old lady that followed him along. So I was born in El Paso. We moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico when I was 2 years old. And then when I was 3, we moved to Phoenix, Arizona. From Phoenix, Arizona, we moved to Huntington, West Virginia. My upbringing, I'm from a rowdy-ass white area, my city called Gondot. Like I said, my dad was a biker, so you probably already know a little bit about what that type of lifestyle is about. It was just wild, man. By the time I was 11 years old, I was locked up. So there wasn't a whole bunch of childhood upbringing on the streets. You know what I mean?
Damn, that bro, 11 is like you're still a baby, basically, bro. And you was already locked up at 11. You've been through a
For
lot as a
sure.
young kid, bro. Like that's not normal, you know what I mean? So that's your ordinary, you know what I mean? Anyway, so you were just surrounded basically, your pops was an outlaw
Yeah, my
bike.
pops was he was a meth dealer, violent. When I was young, when they took my mom out to El Paso, the reason we had moved around so much before we come back to West Virginia, they'd stole my mom's car. See, she was like his old lady, but like he was a biker that had a bunch of old ladies. So they stole her car. We end up back in West Virginia. My mom's young, single mom, trying to, raise me the best she can. I'm running the streets. Like I said, I'm from Huntington, West Virginia. It's the overdose capital. You know what I mean? Like so it's drug infested to say the least. If you don't do them, you learn to sell them at a real young age. I started running the streets with the neighborhood, roughnecks at a young age. By the time I was 11 years old, I was locked up my first time for pulling a knife on a social worker. By the time I was 15, I caught my first real serious charge. I caught a
Damn, man.
body at 15 years old. Yeah.
Hey, that's hella young, bro. What do
Yeah.
you call this?
Excuse me.
Do you mind talking about like how'd you ended up doing it? Is it self-defense or you just like
Uh, it wasn't necessarily self-defense, but it was in defense of another. What I'll go into, it was a foster parent that was molesting another kid that was in the foster home. It was my foster sister. It was the foster dad. Um, it had been going on for like a year and a half. I heard I would hear it at nights, stuff like that. I finally got tired of it. Shot him in the head, shot him in the back.
damn, bro? If you ask other people, they would try to judge you for that. But if you ask the kind of people like me, you know what I mean? That's some gangster
Let them
shit.
judge. I do it.
That's
I do it 10 times over, bro. You know
yeah,
what I
that's
mean? Like that
gangster
piece of
shit,
shit
bro.
deserved to die. I don't regret it at all, bro.
Justified, bro. Gangster
Yeah,
shit, man.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We're gonna get judged for that, but let the people judge and shit, man.
Yeah, for
By the
sure. They
way,
already judged me. I did that time, you know what I mean? Like, for sure.
I feel you. Did you ever get disciplined, like, by your parents? Did you get beat up for doing bad? Did you get disciplined or they just let you?
I mean, my mom tried to do what she could and shit. Like I said, I got locked up at 11. She beat my ass the best she could, but dude, she was doing her own thing. I was running the streets for real, for real. So not for real, bro. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like I had a whole bunch of parenting because
Yeah,
that
yeah.
wasn't it. That was she was doing what she could to put bread on the table. And low key, I was playing man of the house at 10 years old. So you
And
know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. So this is really important for people to know that the male father figure is extremely important in the family. Shit, man, you
Very
know.
important.
So moving forward, bro, I mean, damn, you know, at an early age, you got caught up in the system, you got introduced to the system, and then did you end up after getting in trouble out of that?
Yeah,
Did
for
it?
sure. So
Yeah,
what they ended up doing was I got sentenced as an adult on that crime. And what they do in the state of West Virginia, when you catch a charge as a juvenile but get tried as an adult, you go to
yeah,
the juvenile penitentiary till you're 18 years old, and then you go back in front of the judge and get a review on your sentence. You know what I mean? Like, even though I had 40 years, I got that's 40 years in West Virginia, 20 years will kill that, 10 years to the parole board. But where I was a juvenile when I was 18 years old, I went back in front of the judge. He gave me a chance since I did almost 4 years. He let
yeah.
me out to try to go to college on probation. I made it about 3, 4 months, caught my next case, and I was gone for the next 13 years.
No.
For
How'd you
sure.
get? How did you get?
It,
Got caught up again so quick? 4 to 5 months.
So, mind you, I had been locked up pretty much all my life since I was a kid. When
Yeah,
they
yeah,
let me out at 18 years old, they let me go to Marshall University because I took my ACTs and shit while I was in the joint. I took my GED and shit and got scores enough to get in college. So they put me on campus living in a dorm, bro. Tell me to start going to classes and shit, give me a check every month from the state and pretty much expected me to make it. I've been being told what to do all my
yeah.
life by the state. So I never went to my first class, bro. I partied like 1999. Mind you, I just had got out of prison too. You know what I'm saying? So I partied like I was Little Wayne, bro. And within 3, 4 months, I done racked up a charge in Florida, which we could talk about in a little bit. You already know, like I caught a charge in Florida that was completely of nothing to do with me. But also I had racked up charges in Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio all along this time. In this 3, 4 months. So I went to prison in all 3 states.
Damn. But wait,
Yeah.
before we start talking about the big dogs, the big prison, he was in the juvenile system for a while. How was it like? I mean,
Okay. The
it-
juvenile system, I'm not even going to lie to you, Pari. Like, it was worse than any prison I've ever been to. Like, the
ooh,
juvenile prison I went to ended up getting shut down later in life for cruelty to the juveniles, abuse. They were getting beat, raped, all kind of shit by the
damn,
COs, by the
sound-
staff.
sounds like
Now, mind
CYA.
you, I'm 41 years old, so this is 30 years ago when shit was a lot different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
No cameras in that mug, wasn't none of that shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they
That's
were just doing it. It's been so long ago that they were still locking your doors with keys.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Old school shit. So this was
old
like
school shit.
prison for the
1998. Yeah. It
for,
was a
for the
real
juvenile.
prison, but just juveniles. I guess it would be like YA in California, but
Yeah,
it was the level 5. I guess the highest prison for juveniles. It's our
yeah.
maximum security prison for juveniles.
Was it up to 25 years old?
21. It was up to 21.
21. Okay. And then they have to let you go home up 21 maximum.
Or send you to prison, or they send you to, like, okay, it works like this. If you catch a case that you could be tried as an adult, they keep you till you're 18, then you go to prison. But if you get something like juvenile life, they would keep you until you're 21 years old and then release you.
Oh, okay, okay. Because
You see what I'm saying?
ours is 25 for the juvenile life.
Oh, okay.
So yours is
See,
21.
25, you already been in the penitentiary 4 or 5 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But yeah,
the
bro, it
juvenile.
was it was a wild joint, bro. It was something else.
Can you count? Can you like somehow recall like how many fights you had to go through to survive and shit, man? You know, you
In
get
the
tested.
juvenile, I couldn't count. Like I told you, I got stabbed in the head. I was in a gang fight in the school there because, like I said, it was juvenile prison. So you had to go to school Monday through Friday there too.
Yeah.
So I one of the main things that stuck out to me, I came into school Tuesday morning and I had orders from the homies we're attacking. So we go in, we make the move. While I'm making my move, they had already gotten word somehow we were going to attack. They came to school laced up. So dude stabbed me in the top of the head from behind me, right here in the top of my
Mm.
head here, with a bunk bolt, a bolt that you put. They held bunks on the side of the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Stabbed me top of my head, knocked me out, cracked my skull with it.
No.
Yeah, yeah,
Damn.
yeah. I was 16 years old there, and then 6 months later, I got stabbed in my face in there. What this
In,
Saturday? Yeah, stabbed
in
in my face.
juvenile.
in juvenile.
That's crazy.
In juvenile.
Are you a big guy or are you a little guy?
Yeah. I'm 6 foot 260.
Okay, so damn, so you was already a big guy and you were still getting attacked by other.
Oh yeah. You know, don't nobody really like discriminates. You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
know what it is. You was involved with the streets.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They don't
Because
care
usually,
big, small, it don't matter, brother. You know what I mean? Like,
were you outnumbered? Is this a different group, different gang,
yes,
or?
for sure I was. See, in my state at that time, there really wasn't no too much gang banging. We banged off of where you were from. And I'm
Oh,
from Huntington, so our biggest opposition at the time was Charleston, West Virginia, which is the capital. It would be kind of like LA banging with
San Diego.
maybe San Diego, something like that, two opposites, you know what I mean? Like, and they're the two biggest cities in my state with the two
Yeah.
highest murder rate and crime rates.
Damn, man. So damn. So you actually had. So did you consider that was that a good training grounds for you to go
Yes,
to?
it was the best training ground you could ever have.
It was, huh? So damn.
Yeah, it was a
Did you
gladiator
catch?
camp for sure.
Did you catch more charges in there?
Nope. No, they wasn't really putting no charges on nobody. I mean, I had a couple stabbings, write ups. You know what I mean? I caught a couple hole shots and shit, but they wasn't putting no new cases. I
Yeah.
already had, you know what I'm saying, a 40-year sentence. So they wasn't really too much looking to add anything on. I came in with a murder bid.
Basically,
You know
well,
what I
you
mean?
already maxed out this shit.
Yeah. So they, you know what I mean?
All right. So I feel you, man. You came from a wild war place where you have to be as hard as possible, and then they let you go to the dorm thinking you're just going to like be good and just go to school and be compliant.
Yeah, no, it didn't work like that.
So how did you
Now,
end
now
up
when I got
transferring
to
over?
actually, when you get to the
Yeah,
adult prison system,
yeah.
it's kind of like that. You can now you're still gonna have to put your work in or whatever, but you could do your own time here. You don't. It's not as political like on the West Coast or whatever. Now there's gangs, but it's a free for all. So there's black on white violence, white on black, white on Mexican. They don't give a damn. There might be a black dude and two white guys jump another black guy or white guy. Like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
no racial politics here.
Okay. Can you frankly say that people will try to tend to bully more somebody that's smaller or weaker and shit in the West and the East Coast prison?
Yes, for sure. They do that more out here because there aren't the politics. It's
Yeah,
a survival of the fittest type deal.
yeah,
So and like I said, there are gangs. Don't get it messed up like the DMI and GDs and there's AB home ruled. They're not the California ABs or whatever. West Virginia has their own version and they have
yeah.
skinheads and Odinist and stuff like that. But like yeah, you know that people get targeted and bullied, and you know what I mean. Like, you know, for sure, way more than it would ever happen in California because there's no guidelines, there's no rules.
Damn, that's dangerous right there.
Dangerous, bro.
Yeah, because I'm a small guy. I'm like 5'9", 5'10", and skinny too. So, but in California, the other race in prison, they can't just like beat me up and shit. Like they have to.
See,
It's
it's not like that here. Like they can, if they want it with you, a black dude, white dude, whatever, they're gonna have it with you. Like it's go lay down. My
free for
dog is
all.
on.
Damn.
It's a free for all, bro. Like if somebody
Yeah.
wants to smoke with you, they can have it. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to ask no permission. There's no shot. Like if there's shot caller, bro, like it's because he's a gang leader. You know what I mean? Like outside of that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it could be a big 600-pound black dude if he wants to fight the skinny ass white kid 3 bunks over because
Yeah.
he feels like it, he's gonna do it. And that white kid better either be able to fight, pick a knife up, do whatever he's got to do. And it might be a couple white dudes help the black dude beat his ass. Like it's weird, bro. Like it's not even weird. It's actually cool. Like you could be cool with whoever you want to be cool with, dude. You know what I mean? Like you're not bound by none of that racial bullshit. But also at the same time, like I respect how the West Coast does it because it's better to have those lines drawn. You know what I mean? Like there's no unity out here, bro. Like everybody, they stabbed their homies in the back. Like it's not unified, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah. Because our car in the West Coast, we survived that way from the unity shit.
From loyalty, yeah. There that shit you wouldn't find fucking five dudes in the whole state probably rocking like that.
Damn, I probably would have got it. I probably be in the hole the whole
Now you
time.
no,
Probably
I figure you
always
probably to be
wrapped up.
honest.
Yeah.
No, honestly, this would probably blow your mind. You probably wouldn't have had one fucking fight because, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it's
Yeah.
more black on white violence or white on black than it is anything, dude. Like you probably would have never had one fucking argument. Like honestly, because the way you carry yourself, and I guarantee you can handle yourself. I guarantee you that. But like how you're humble and like well spoken, like you probably would never have one argument or anything. It's that
Oh,
type of system. Like you can go through it and do your own time, bro.
yeah. Did you see any Asians in there too, or is just mostly white and
Very few, man. I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know. One. My homeboy, bro. He's Korean. He was raised in the States. He got adopted from Korea when he was a kid, and he's like 6'5", big ass Korean dude. He's the only Asian I've ever been locked up with in West Virginia, ever.
okay,
And
okay.
I've done years and years.
How did he do? Did he just like push
Oh,
through?
bro, they were cool as hell with him. Like for one, he wasn't no joke for one, but like nobody bothered him. He was just a cool ass dude. You know what I mean? Like you come in there, it's not about like, okay, you come in, you're skinny, they're gonna start shit with you. No, like if you come in, you're skinny, but you're respectful and you stand on something, you're
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
straight, bro. The people they fuck with are like youngsters on youngsters. Or they might pick on a dude that's never done no time, like they might hustle him out his money, or you know what I mean? Like they're not. It's not really like what you would think without the guidelines, dude. It's really watered down as fuck. If you want to keep it real, like
yeah.
bro, it's nothing like any penitentiary you've been to. I'll guarantee you. Like, don't get it fucked up. Like it's prison and people die and all kind of shit. But like, it's not San Quentin, bro. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like it's not Chino, no shit like that.
oh, okay. But
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's the way I looked at it when you was like, "Oh, I was in Pelican Bay." I'm like, "Damn!" But I figure it would be better on the West Coast because you guys got so much unity. Every car has unity amongst it, no matter what. Like every car is rocking with each other.
yeah,
This
yeah.
shit ain't happening out here, bro. Your homeboy, the dope might hit the yard. He's your homeboy today, but dope hits the yard. Fucking two black dudes could pay your buddy two Suboxone strips to fucking cut your head off. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
eh,
shit.
bro, this
Yeah.
is a dope fiend state. Like, motherfuckers like to get high, and that's what you see a lot in our prison. Motherfuckers sitting on the yard, drunk, doing some boxing, meth, fucking smoking K2, fighting and playing poker, bro. Like, now I'm from a state where it's a lot of country boy. They do a lot of this out here, bro. Like, you go to jail, you damn sure gonna get your fight on. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
For sure, for
Now, our
sure.
county jails are fucked up. Our county jails are extremely dangerous. We got something called regional jails. Multiple counties use one jail. And it gets a little live in them motherfuckers. And that's the place if you come in from somewhere else, don't know nobody, it could be bad. Once it gets to prison, it's a different mentality though.
Damn, man. Yeah. So what do you call this? That's just weird, bro. That's just a free for all type shit. It sounds
Yeah,
like juvenile
yeah.
hall with big dudes, you
That's
know?
exactly what it is, bro. You just described it perfect. It's a grown-ups juvenile hall, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so, so, like, I don't know if you've seen my interview. I was with DLC TV. We talked about my very first night in prison in West Virginia, bro. The COs come in, like, there was this child molester that was in PC. So when you come to prison in West Virginia, you go to a receiving unit to get your number, right? And
yeah,
you do receiving in the hole,
yeah,
like in the shoe. And in the shoe, there's usually like 10 cells in the shoe off to the side that they use for check-ins for PCs, right?
yeah,
Well, they come out and go to rec, um, you know, on the unit, whatever. We're all locked down all the time because we're on receiving, still trying to get classified. They don't know what we are, max, medium, whatever. So this dude, he was so much on PC, he couldn't even go on rec with the other weirdos. So he would come out for an hour a day by himself. They'd have to lock the rest of the prison down. You know what I'm saying? So one day, I guess they're late letting him out, and he gets to kicking his door. His name's Vega. He's a piece of shit. Had like 450 years for touching kids.
no,
Oh yeah, he's a scumbag first class. So he gets to beating his door, kicking his door. Right? I want my rec. Blah blah blah. them big ass country boy COs come in there and said, "Hey, son of a bitch, you kick that door again, we're gonna kill you." He kicked it again and said, "You can't talk to me like that. I got rights." They said, "Oh, you got rights. We're about to show them to you." They opened the door, dude, and you could hear him beating this dude. It sounded like a damn. You know, you've been in prison. You know when you hear them shoes scuffling across the floor, and dude,
Yeah.
it sounded like that times 10. They beat this dude for every bit of 12 to 15 minutes, right? They
Mm.
drag him out unconscious up to medical. He died the next morning, swelling on the brain. They said
No.
he fell down the stairs. Couldn't have happened to a better dude. You know what I'm saying?
They
Better
were
son of a
alive.
bitch couldn't have fell down the stairs. You know what I mean? It's
They
crazy.
were alive. And you know what? To think about it, it sounds like it's more dangerous when there's no structure and there's no rules like that. I don't know if you ever heard about the Oklahoma prisons where California politic inmates are getting sent to like
Yeah,
Mississippi and
yeah, I'm familiar with it.
out of state shit. Like me personally, bro, I seen them. I seen them Oklahoma police kill a black dude. We was in the medical. Yeah, and then
No shit.
me and the homies were in the medical. We heard and saw everything. Well, what happened was they were forcing the black dude to what do you call this? Vomit or take out
To
the drugs,
vomit, to throw
the,
up. Oh
to,
yeah,
throw-
to spit the drugs up.
to spit the drugs out. He said, "I ain't got no
Yeah.
drugs. I ain't got no drugs." They're forcing him until they choked him to death, and nobody talked about it.
Oh, putting their hands down his throat and shit like that.
Yeah, we can hear him saying, "I can't breathe, I can't breathe," and they just choked him until he died. This shit, bro. This
Killed his
fucking
ass in there.
nobody talked about it. And then this big ass, it was dangerous. The Oklahoma, the big ass racial riot that you know that everybody was talking about.
I didn't hear about it. They had a racial riot out there.
Yeah, in Oklahoma is one of the biggest one. When it was in the news, they had
What
choppers in.
races was it?
It was everybody, bro. But from what I heard, it was a Asian guy and a black guy, I think, or something. And then somehow the black guy was punching the Asian, and then the Asian somehow ducked or something and ended up punching the Mexican. And you know how the Mexican was the deepest one
Oh,
in our shit in the West Coast. And then it was a big ass ride for a long
it
time.
went fucking crazy, didn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah,
So did you
yeah.
see some crazy shit in California too, bro? Did you ever see any wild shit on the yards out there?
Yeah, so in Pelican Bay, as a little kid, imagine we're the same, bro. We came into the system young. I came in 15 also to the system. Pretty much grew up in there. At 18 years old, they no mercy. They sent me to Pelican Bay State Prison. But I survived because luckily there's some cool old OG Asians that that looked out, that shit like that. They got some cool folks too. And then my first day room, bro, I guess the woods was doing a cleanup. Somebody was no good. And then maybe just a few feet from me, maybe just 3 foot, like, because we're in a little bullshit day room in a 4 maximum security. My first day room, the wood was just like the no good wood. Maybe something wrong with it. Was just playing cards or domino. Next thing you know, I look to the right and then I seen him blood spurting out his throat and shit. You know what I mean? Because somebody came from
They
behind
kill
his
him?
back. Yeah, yeah. I was
Wow.
like, what the fuck? Oh shit, man, this shit's fucking real, man. So I was like,
You was 18 years old at Pelican Bay.
yes, sir, yes, sir.
Son of a gun.
Yeah. And then what do you call this? Damn. That was a good reality check for me because as a little kid, you still think everything is a joke and shit, man. Even though I got beat up a lot of times, even in YA, I got blood coming out my eyes. I stomped out, beat up. I fought a lot of folks. But this one
Did
right
you
here is
fight a lot in YA? Was there a lot of fighting in YA for you?
way more fighting. Same with
I
you.
heard a lot about YA in California, man.
Say more fights in there, more than prison, because in prison there's no gangbanging, there's no more fights. But in YA, it's all gangbanging, it's all steroids. Like
Oh man, so you're in there. You was banging with your enemies. You was actually beefing with your enemies in there.
yes, sir, yes, sir. So it was like it's weird now because I'm not in the streets no more. I can't hide anymore. I can't act hard anymore with my guns and my little homies and shit. Like, I'm by
Yeah.
myself now. So now they get to get me now, you know what I mean? Because in the streets, everything is a joke, you know? You just like hide, you shoot people, you think you're hard, you got guns, but this YA is the real deal. It's like, too bad if you're small, bro. Now you really gotta fight your enemies. And that's when I got some good react. This is when I knew that the streets is a joke and all that fucking acting hard with the gun. It's not the real deal. Prison is the real deal. And
Facts.
I had no choice but to face my enemies and shit, man. Forced me to do some push-ups, man. You know what I
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
mean?
these kids out here, they're misguided these days. You know, these rappers and these so-called sliders and demons or whatever put a switch on their gun, and all you got to do is touch a trigger and it drops 30 bullets. And if you hit somebody 10 times and accidentally kill them or on purpose kill them, they're thinking they're killers. When I okay, so when I was in the neighborhood playing around, you actually had to pull the trigger every time. You didn't tap a trigger and drop 30 shells and kill you. You actually had to be able to, and you had to have the guts to keep shooting. You know, but the bad thing about it is they don't tell you when you get on the other side of that gun, you're getting ready to do the rest of your life in prison. Well, they tell you, but you don't listen because we get misguided by these fake ass entertainers on TV or music videos, and they tell everybody it's cool to go do this and kill people, but they don't tell you that when you go do that time, uh people quit answering the phones, or there's nights where you starve to death, or you're in there's nights where you get jumped, or you know what I mean, scared to death, and they don't tell you about all the bad shit, you know. And I have no problem with getting on here and telling people my history, but at the end of the day, my message is that the streets are bullshit, and so is gangbanging. Like, if you want to show your loyalty, show it to your family. Show it to your kids. Show it to your mother, to your father, to your brothers, your sisters, your wife. Show it to God above everything else. Um, Outside of that, these gangs, you may think that they care about you, but 9 times out of 10, it's out of necessity. They care for you out of necessity because they may need you. They don't care for you because they genuinely know you and love you for who you are. And I refuse to be, misguided anymore.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you. Yeah, me too. I feel the same way. It's about family, the real family, real genuine love, people that really actually care for you, not out of necessity, like you said, man.
For
So
sure.
I wanna ask you, bro, because in the West Coast, or I don't know, because a lot of people are basically like looking up to this alpha male figure in the internet sensation, which is Wes Watson. I don't know if you heard of him. What's your
I've seen him a
personal
couple
opinion?
times.
What do you
My
think?
personal opinion of the dude is I think that dude's an actor, bro. I don't know anything about him. I seen him on TV. I'm not a hater. Well, I didn't even see him on TV. I seen him on the internet. I'm not a hater or nothing, so I
Yes,
can't
sir.
say much. Like, I wish him the best, but I don't think that he's no real deal convict for sure. I think he's just like got a bunch of muscles and tattoos and looks the part for real.
I
You
see.
know, what do
Yeah,
you think about him?
I mean, I'll feel you. I'm on your side. I'm not a player hater either. You know what I mean? But he did help me come up at first. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. We ain't no player hater, but I think it's better for me, if you ask me, bro, it's better the kids listening to you instead of listening to him. You know,
The authenticity.
I think the authenticity matters way
Yeah.
more than, even though you have a good message, don't be a bitch, get you some muscle, get you some money, don't be a bitch. But I think it's more real when it's coming from, because you will judge them by their fruits. Like you, for example, nobody knows your life. You have your personal family, doesn't we don't know anything about it. But if it's real, if it's genuine, they should listen to that more. Instead of being an actor on TV, oh, be a alpha. But then you go ahead and simping on women that has a lot of kids with other men. That's not really being a real G, a real alpha and shit. So
Yeah.
it depends, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, I guess what they can get from him is the discipline and the muscles. That's always good in any angle. But as far as just acting, I think it's better to listen to real people than just acting and actors and shit, man.
Right, for sure. I'll say this, like, if his message is that men should start being men again, in
Yeah.
the fact that promoting positivity, promoting having jobs, promoting being good dads, and promoting not being social parasites, if that's what his alpha mentality is, then I'm all for it. And if he actually is living that way, like I said, dude, I ain't put enough time into watching the dude to even know. But like, if that's what he's living, cool. If not, fuck him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care how he feels about you know what it is, bro. Like,
Yeah.
uh, you know what I mean?
Do your talk this, man. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
eh,
In the social media or YouTube influencers and shit, can you name a few that you think is cool, is real, and that you fuck with and shit?
dude, the ones that I follow the most, I like China Mac.
Like
Um,
that's
dude,
kind of
I ain't gonna
fashion.
lie, I
Like,
like Four Extras a lot. I believe Four Extra is real.
oh yeah, yeah,
I've dealt with King Pill a little bit. I believe he's real, but he's like he's messy. You know what I mean? But like, I like talking with you. I like how you do your thing. But as far as like the ones that I'm gonna be real with you. The one that I thought had the most potential but fumbled the ball was 607 Unk. Um,
oh
he
seven.
was yeah, he's got the worldwide hustle. He says that swear to God on my mama shit, if you want to support me, get 1,000 Glocks and ride down on all your ops. But like he's really a clown most of the time, but he's smart too. And what he did was he was coming up through the algorithm, ended up at no jumper, okay, and was working his hand like a was getting merged with no jumper and everything. Let his mouth override his ass, disrespected the Bloods to Munchie B to his face. When he does this, it causes him problems. Well, Four Extras kind of sets him up, gets him to come like they're going to do a podcast together at No Jumper, shows up with a bunch of rolling 40s and
Hmm.
presses the shit out of him, and he leaves LA, bro. Now he's not rocking with No Jumper no more. And you ain't seen a whole bunch from him since. I would say
Oh,
the smartest one that I've seen, and a lot of people ain't gonna like this. I ain't saying he's the best one, best dude, but the smartest one I've seen is Whack 100.
white one. Oh, the black dude, right? White
Yeah,
100.
yeah. Like as far as like knowing how to work this algorithm and how to get these clicks,
Yeah, yeah,
Whack. Vlad does. You know, I like Trap Lord Ross a lot, dude.
yeah. I'm gonna ask you about the four extra. Do you think he's being delusional when he's saying that he could beat up a real professional fighters?
Maybe, yeah, yeah. Well, here's the thing. There's a difference. I've never seen Four Extras fight. Okay.
Yeah,
Um, so and none of us have. That's the thing. Like a lot of people has talked about seeing him fight, and they said he was really who he said he is. But I seen an interview on the Who's Who's with Baby B Braze. You may have done time with him, I don't know, but he said he fought Four Extras in a cell and pretty much was getting the better of Four Extras the way he said it. And he's built just like you. I mean, but as for a trained fighter who trains every day, I think they'd beat the shit out of Four Extra.
yeah, because you can get choked out, you can get, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. But as far as a stand up squabble, shit, he might put them paws on him, dog. You know what I mean? Like you never know. They said that he really is like that with his hands, bro. But I think that a lot of his fights was intimidation. But in California, people fight. Dude, they fight a lot. And they say that Four Extras really, he really is mean like it, like really got them hands. But
yes, sir.
it's
It,
just
it,
like saying making a judgment on a fighter I've never seen fight though. I know that I know he don't smoke and I know he don't drink. That's a good
that's a
thing.
big plus. Yeah, that's a big
Yeah,
plus.
you know what I'm saying? And I know he
Yeah,
spent a lot of time in that penitentiary. So yeah, I guess it would depend on the fighter.
yeah. So right here, right now, for example, this for the slave master, they said, no jumper calls you out. Hey, Skull Show, let's do an interview right here. Come fly right here in LA.
Who,
You
Adam?
still with him out of business or what?
Yeah, I like Adam 22, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I aspire to work with him, to be honest with you. You know, no matter what they call him, bro. Like I like
Yeah,
him.
for sure,
He's
man.
smart, bro. He's smart.
Business wise, right? But do you agree
Yeah.
with him with the degeneracy of, of having your wife get fucked over by
Come on,
everybody?
bro. You know I don't agree with no fuck shit
Yeah,
like that, dude. But what he does with his personal home life
yeah,
isn't for
yeah.
me to agree nor disagree with. Like, you know what I mean? If I ever dealt with him, it's gonna be on some business shit. But like she's open to being that like you're not gonna fuck my wife for money. But if that's what they were into before they got together, bro, I
Oh,
guess. Yeah, I mean
yeah,
that's
Corey. Yeah,
who
yeah.
am I to wonder about his personal business? But I
What
definitely would like to go on No Jumper.
what if he asks you, "What's up, Scojo? You want to do my life?"
To be real with you, like now at this point in my life, I wouldn't. I got a good old lady, bro. Like I got one of the best chicks you could have, man. She's good to me. Uh Anything in this world I need, she's gonna I don't give a fuck if she got walk to Korea to get it. She'll do it. So there's not a woman walking this planet that could make me cheat on my old lady, bro. Not
Mm,
even his old lady. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got a good one, bro.
I feel you, man. But as far as doing good on the social media and business wise, you gotta respect the game. You can't hate the player.
Oh, for sure, bro.
Yeah,
He's running the
yeah.
game. My favorite though, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Hands down, my favorite, um, Trap Lil Ross.
Little Ross. Okay.
Trap Lil Ross. Are you familiar with him?
Not really though. Not
Dude, he's
really.
done a lot. Look him up. His name's
Yeah.
Trap Lil Ross. He's done the best documentaries I've ever seen, bro.
For
Like
sure,
he's
for sure.
badass. He's good, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Moving forward, man, you did like almost 24 years in the system. You gave a lot of
Yeah.
years to the system, you know. What at which point did you realize this shit boo man, this shit gay right here, man. I should just not
Oh,
come back.
bro, about halfway through it. About halfway through it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I've been out almost 3 years and I live my life a different way now. Like, I still have a temper and shit. You know what I mean? Like I don't tolerate any disrespect or any bullshit, but I'm not in the streets anymore. I don't do no knucklehead shit. I YouTube and family. That's it, bro.
That's some real OG shit right there, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Before we shake the spot, man, do you have any other last message you wanna put out there for anybody and shit, just coming from you personally?
Yeah, for sure. To any youngster that's watching this, that first and foremost, before you listen to what I say, judge the message, not the messenger. Don't matter if I'm a wood or I'm white, because I'm not a wood for one. I wanted to make that clear. I'm white, but I'm not a wood. I don't know. I don't disrespect them, but I'm a white individual. I'm a man. That's just what I am. So but it doesn't matter the color of my skin. You could take the message I'm gonna give you. My message is this: the biggest fool on this earth is the one who displaces his loyalty and gives it to someone that is non-deserving. God is the most deserving of your loyalty, and then your family. If you place your loyalty with a gang or with a group of friends and you choose to risk your freedom and end up somewhere you could end up in jail away from your family to show loyalty to another group of people above them, you're the biggest fool that's ever walked the earth. And I was that fool, but I am no more.
Doesn't get any realer than that, OG. Damn. That's like, I think that's my first time hearing that from that angle, bro. Like, damn, that shit is good looking out because it means a lot coming from you, dog. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So credibility is everything. It's coming from you. Good looking out, man. And you guys heard all
Appreciate it.
that shit right here and shit, man, only in this channel. And with that being said, y'all know what time it is. Say what you mean and mean what you say, because real recognize real, oh boy. Yes, sir. Out of here, man. Good looking out, OG.